The Cardinals take on the Reds game one, and that's going to be a 1:10 p.m. Eastern first pitch in game one of the doubleheader. The Cincinnati Reds are minus 150 with a total at 7 juice to the under. St. Louis is plus $1.30 for some money line cash. And if you like the Cards cashing in on the run line, they're minus 170 catching the 1.5. Miles Mikolas, the starter for St. Louis. Wade Miley for Cincinnati. Now guys, we're hitting at 70% in our last 11 extra daily picks on my BrockPage.com website. And if you want to access today's extra daily pick, it's only going to cost you just $2.99. We're also 12-2 in our last 14 Major League Baseball tier package picks on that very same website. And the good news is we have another Major League Baseball tier package pick going off here this afternoon. We finished the month of August with over 875 members who were signed up and active on that BrockPage.com website. And if you want to see which one of these free YouTube picks that I'm actually betting on personally, there's only one way to do that, and that's to sign up for a membership on my webpage. And once again, that site is BrockPage.com. Now, Cincinnati's Wade Miley, he's 11-4 thus far in the season, 2.74 ERA, 1.22 WHIP. The lefties also struck out 112 batters. Now, the Reds have won 3 out of their last 4 ball games at the Great American Ballpark, and their pitching staff is in the top 10 in home strikeouts. Meanwhile, offensively at the plate, the Reds are amongst the league leaders in home scoring. Nick Castellanos is third in the majors with a .315 batting average. Now, the outfielder has also hit 24 home runs and has an OPS of .936. Meanwhile, Joey Votto's hit 28 home runs himself, along with 83 runs batted in. Now, the crafty veteran, he's in the top 20 in the majors in home runs, RBI, and OPS. The Reds have gone 36-23 straight up in their divisional ball games. They're taking on a St. Louis club who has a losing record away from home. As a matter of fact, this St. Louis pitching staff is almost dead last in the majors in road walks allowed. Miles Mikolas has just 13 1/3 innings of work under his belt, 0-1 record, and a 1.28 WHIP. Meanwhile, offensively, St. Louis is in the bottom 10 in the majors in scoring on average per game. Now, total-wise, St. Louis is 14-11 to the over in their divisional road games. Meanwhile, the Reds are 20-12 to the over against the NL Central at home. I'm going to lean toward the Cincinnati Reds minus 1.5 and the over 7 runs in the first of 2 7-inning games today between these two teams. Next ball game, Rockies, Rangers, 2:05 East. The Colorado Rockies are minus 145, totals 8.5. Kyle Freeland for Colorado. Kohei Ariara for Texas. Despite a few subpar performances for Ariara, the Rangers are on a 3-game winning streak and they rank in the top half of the league and fewest strikeouts at the plate. Adolis Garcia, 29 home runs, 77 RBI. He's also 12th in the big leagues in that home run category. This Texas pitching staff is in the top 10 in fewest walks allowed at home. They're taking on a Colorado team who's on a 2-game losing streak, and they also dropped 6 out of their last 9. As a matter of fact, the Rockies have the fewest road wins in the National League. They're just 17-50 overall when traveling. And that's good for only 25% in that particular category. Colorado's dead last in the majors in road hits. They're also averaging only 3.2 runs a game when they bat first. Now they also have Kyle Freeland on the mound here today. He's just 5-6 with a .417 ERA and a 1.33 WHIP. Now total-wise, 6 out of Colorado's last 8 road games stayed under the line. Meanwhile, the Rangers saw 4 out of their last 5 at Globe Life Field stay under the posted number themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Texas Rangers plus 1.5 and the under 8.5 runs. Next contest, Pods, D-backs, 3:40 Eastern start time. The San Diego Padres are minus 230, numbers 8.5. Yu Darvish for San Diego. Luke Weaver for Arizona. Now Weaver's just 2-3 with a 4.50 ERA. The last place Diamondbacks are on a 5-game losing streak, and they also have the worst record in the National League. This Arizona pitching staff strikes out fewer batters per 9 than any other team in baseball. They're taking on a Padres club who won 3 out of their last 4, and that includes a pair of victories over this very Diamondback squad. The Padres are in the top 5 in road scoring, top 5 in road hits. Fernando Tatis Jr., 36 home runs, 81 RBI. He's also he's amongst the league leaders in OPS. Tatis currently has himself an impressive OPS of 1.005. Meanwhile, Manny Machado's 10th in the majors with 86 runs batted in himself. Meanwhile, pitching-wise, San Diego's averaging nearly double-digit strikeouts a game. Yu Darvish has fanned 164 batters and has a 1.03 whip. Now, total-wise, San Diego's 13-11 to the over in their divisional road games. Meanwhile, the Diamondbacks went 19-12 to the over against the NL West at Chase Field. I'm going to lean toward the San Diego Padres -1.5. And the over 8.5 runs. Of that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for Part 1. It is going to be Astros versus the Mariners, 4:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Houston's -135, totals 8.5. Jake Odorizzi for the Stros, Logan Gilbert for Seattle. Now, Gilbert comes into today's matchup with a 5-5 record and a 5.44 ERA. Seattle's lost 4 out of their last 6 ball games, and they average fewer hits per ball game at the plate than any other team in the Bigs. As a matter of fact, Seattle's being held to only 6.6 hits per contest at T-Mobile Park. They're taking on a first-place Houston club who's 24 games above 500, and they also won 5 out of their last 7 ball games. This Astros lineup is leading the majors in hits on average per game. Michael Brantley's hitting .315 at the plate. He's 4th in the majors in batting average. Meanwhile, Yuli Gurriel's right behind him with a .313 batting average. He's 5th in the majors in that category himself. And needless to say, this Houston lineup is amongst the league leaders in scoring on average per game. Jake Odorizzi is taking the mound here tonight. He's got 6 wins for the Astros, along with a 1.25 whip. When it comes to the scoring in this one, the Astros are 18-8 to the over in their divisional contests on the road. And as a matter of fact, the Astros have seen 62% of their ball games against the American League West get over the line for the entire season. Meanwhile, Seattle's seen 7 out of their last 10 meetings with Houston get over the total themselves. I'm going to lean toward the Houston Astros -135 and the over 8.5. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Powered to you by my website at brockpage.com, where we are hitting at 70% in our last 11 extra daily picks on that very same webpage. I like Cincinnati -1.5 over 7 runs in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Texas +1.5 under 8.5. San Diego -1.5 over 8.5 runs. And before I give you my next and final free pick for the video, one final reminder that we are hitting at 70% in our last 11 extra daily picks on my brockpage.com website. We're also 12-2 in our last 14 Major League Baseball tier package picks on that very same webpage. I'm going to lean toward the Houston Astros -135 and the over 8.5. And with that, guys, now it's time for our shout out of the day. And that goes to Biff Hooper, who said a few days ago, "Hey, Brock, thanks, mate. You, sir, are the fellow." How about a shout out to Canada, especially my beautiful wife, Nanuki, who's 1/3 Eskimo. Great people, but can't cook worth a darn. Anywho, keep rocking, mate. Biff, great name to start. I certainly appreciate the comment. I think you're a little bit rough, a little bit hard on Nanuki. Give her a break. I mean, it can't be that bad. It can't be worse than my own cooking. And here's some trivia for you. I believe that Nanuki means polar bear in Inuit. Don't quote me. That's kind of like that random trivia that nobody really needs to know. But I'm pretty sure that Nanook means polar bear in the Inuit language. Drop me a line in the comment section to confirm. But anyway, guys, Biff, I appreciate that's a great name, Biff Hooper. Man, you gotta love it. What is it? Biff Loman and Biff Tannen, and those are the famous Biffs. But anyway, thanks, Biff Hooper. Pretty good comment. I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website at brockpage.com. Guys, it is the first of the month. It's your max value point in time to get a membership on that website. Guys, I use the Patreon platform. Patreon bills you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. I always tell folks the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. If you sign up on the first of the month, you are getting your absolute max value. So if you're looking to get a membership here today, just keep in mind Patreon's going to bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. The earlier in the month you sign up, the better. So even if you're on the fence and you don't, pull the trigger today, hey, listen, if you sign up early in the month, any time really before, the 15th of the month, you're in good shape. You're getting exceptional value. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me. Gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Be on the lookout for part 2 in a couple of hours. And with that said, guys, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at brockpage.com.